Hello and welcome everybody to the funky 70s. 1977, they introduced this, and it is funky. Now here's my question. They made this from 1977 all the way to, I think it was 1985, the mid-80s. Look at this. Does this seem like it qualifies for one of the ugliest irons ever made? How did this stay in production for 8 years? Maybe it's just me. Maybe this is the most beautiful club ever made, and it's just I don't have any sort of fashion eye, but I'm looking at this and it looks like it's carved out of stone. It looks like this is the wall of a cathedral here. Either way, it is called the Executive. It's made by Spalding. It is not going with any sort of principle of heel-toe weighting like Ping, with their I2, or Titleist with their AC-108. They've just made this. And they've chiseled out Executive right here. And is that who they're really catering to with a stainless steel club with no ferrule? Kind of interesting. We should take Mount Rushmore here onto the review table and have a closer look. Identifying it should be pretty easy. Executive, big 3D stainless steel block letters gouged out of the cavity here. Then we have Spalding, recessed. Look at these gouge marks. Look like little dimples from a golf ball. This is the most important place to have aerodynamics, the aft portion of the cavity. Good job, Spalding. That's wonderful. Moving to the sole, we have Pac-Man right here. We have the gap wedge, the G. Oh, wait, it's a 6. Thanks a lot, Art Deco. Little dot to tell you, hey, it's a 6, not a G. That always helps. Looking at the toe, kind of what you would expect for something like this. You can see that this is a shaft over hosel ferruleless design. The face is no nonsense, just down to business grooves. I'm looking for some offset here. Yeah, there might be a little bit there. As we move up the shaft, look at the frequency here of the steps change. And then we hit this. I can recognize a Spalding branding here on this label. Other than that, it looks like it's pretty well gone. This was the original owner's address and stuff. I peeled that off. And then we get this totally chewed up cordy grip. Let me see what it says right here. This is a Golf Pride Velvet Cord grip. So it should say the swing right, grip right. Yep, it does. Victory Cordy. And that's what we have for our Spalding Executive iron. I guess we better take it out and see if it actually works. I know I called this Mount Rushmore, but it is not. It doesn't have high MOI at all. Like, I can wiggle it back and forth real quick. It changes directions real quick, which to me, the high MOI clubs, when I try to change direction real quick, it's hard to do. But this feels like a stainless steel blade. Clack. Yeah. So for me, this feels okay. Now, what gets me, now the question arises, would you put this in your bag? Would you game a vintage set of clubs and have these as your irons? Do you like the Art Deco? Do you like this chiseled stone? I say stone, obviously it's stainless steel, but do you like this look? Can you imagine being an executive in the 70s and 80s? This was back, executives today, like at Google, they have t-shirts, they have the sweaty armpits, and they're all El Natural, right? Back then it was like suits and button-up shirts and pencil skirts and buns, and everybody looked professional. That was an executive. Can you imagine somebody dressed like that with a set of these in their office? I'm not sure about that, and Spalding isn't exactly famous for that. I'm not sure these are marketed. It's people who are aspiring to be. I don't know exactly what's going on here. But for me, this is in my short list of the ugliest irons ever made on the history of the planet. And I'm sure somebody's going to disagree. I'm sure some people loved these because of their playability or whatever, their longevity because they're stainless. I'll give you the longevity. There's no rust here. It looks fine for as old as it is. So let me know your thoughts. I'm excited to read what other people think about what I think is a criminally ugly iron here. If you want to support the channel, you can give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. You can visit my Amazon shop in the links in the description below. I am an Amazon influencer, so I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I am The Vintage Golfer.